Welcome to Toffee TV. It is Baz here doing an instant match reaction for Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Sandro was back in the starting lineup. I was a bit surprised by that. I thought he would have gone with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I just feel as though he's more of a target man, and that's the way Ronald Koeman wants to play. Played Sandro, he played against Stoke and split. He's been missing, hasn't he? You know, when he was out the Man City game, he didn't play over in Croatia, and then he's straight back in the lineup today. I thought that was a bit of a strange decision, and he looked a little bit lost. But you know, these people who are judging him, it's utterly ridiculous. It's very, very early on in his Everton career, you know, and he might get 8 or 9 goals by Christmas, and then you look a bit silly. Just hang off on the judgment. Just see how he's doing. Let him settle in. What's with not giving players time to settle anymore? You know, that's not good. Let everybody settle in. The game itself, I don't think we can argue about the results. They were much, much better. You know, 3 games in 6 days certainly took its toll. Whether it should or not, that is a different matter. But it did. You know, we've had Manchester City away. We've been in Croatia. And we've been to Stamford Bridge, you know, all inside 6 days. Two of the toughest away games you're going to get in a season. We've had them in 6 days, and we've also had a tough European tie as well. The 2 goals, the first goal, I didn't think was a foul, and then we go to sleep on it. Ashley Williams is caught outside the box, and it's the wrong side of Morata. But a lovely finish by Cesc Fabregas, just swapping my arm. A lovely finish by Cesc Fabregas nonetheless. And the second goal I thought was offside, but again, really poor, really poor marking by Everton, and it's let Morata head one in, and we just weren't at it. We weren't at it. They could have got more. We didn't get close to them. I thought Tom Davies had a really poor game. No one really looked on it. I thought Garner was probably our best player, and he had the fitness test. You know, Michael Keane had his worst game for us. Rooney wasn't in it, you know, Gylfi Sigurdsson wasn't in it. It was just a really poor display, and Chelsea took advantage of any fatigue that was there and used it to the maximum, you know, and a lot of better teams than us will get beat at Stamford Bridge this season, but it's really disappointing. However, we've got to keep a little bit of, you know, a little bit of balance with it all. We've got new players in, we're trying to get the shape of the team right. We still need a couple in. We've lost to the reigning champions. It's our first defeat in 7 games this season, and we need to move on now. You know, we've got Spurs at home after the international break with a full house at Goodison. We can beat Tottenham, as good a side as they are. They've only drawn with Burnley at home today. You know, they got the same points as us. They lost last week at home to Chelsea as well. So, you know, it's a long season. It's early doors. You know, we need these 2 players in this week. We need a centre forward, no question about that. We need a centre back. No question about that. For me, we need a winger, you know, Damari Gray or someone like that, someone with a little bit of pace who might put deliveries into boxes, you know, and get those players in, and we'll be in a good position. You know, we're not ready yet. We need players back as well, but it's disappointing, of course it is, you know, and it's not one of those where you just write it off and go, oh well, of course it's disappointing, but it's early. Let's keep a little bit of a lid on it. Let's just go, okay, let's see where we are. We've got more tough games coming up, but let's see where we are. Last season, people were moaning, you know, everyone's made up we were second, then everyone was moaning once a Koeman out, and then we put a good second half of the season together. Let's just see what happens. We do need the reinforcements, and we do need them in this week. And yes, it's been disappointing today. It's been a horrible day, you know, especially with, you know, the Reds then going and winning 4-0 and all that, but that's footy, isn't it? That's football, and we've got to just move on now. You know, we've got this break now. Let's get some players back, and let's beat Spurs at Goodison. That's all I'm looking forward to, you know. Back against Spurs at home, and let's get them put to bed. Big game against them and a big win. Yes, today's disappointing, but let's get off Koeman's back. Get behind the players. It's very early on. Get these new additions in as well this week, and let's go. You know, let's get ready for that Spurs game, because that's really when the season begins for me, when we know exactly what we've got for the rest, you know, certainly till January, and we go from there. See what happens. Yeah, today was crap. Of course it was crap, but you know, it's always crap at Chelsea. That isn't an excuse, but in general it's crap down there anyway. But let's make sure that we beat Spurs. Anyway, my arm's shaking from holding this phone up. Sorry about the unprofessionalism. Check out Ped's instant match reaction. I think he might have done the player ratings as well. I'll be back for the Spurs game. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon on Toffee TV.